SoundOff, Louisiana's premier television sports talk show, is on deck from the Caesars Sportsbook at Horseshoe Lake Charles. The three wise guys are mic'd up and ready. SoundOff begins now.
SoundOff citizens, welcome in, which will be one hell of a special show.
It started
tonight
already.
From Caesars Sportsbook at Horseshoe Casino, we will dissect and debate LSU's win over Arkansas. How about them Dogs of Georgia? They're back. They didn't
Never
really go
count 'em out,
anywhere,
Rick.
but they're
Never
back.
count 'em out.
And yeah, you know, I got to say it because I know you
Wow.
guys won't. I'm right most of the time.
What do you
I
mean?
picked Tennessee to beat and upset Alabama, and what happened in Knoxville?
We did not
Roll
go
the
against
tape.
you on that.
Roll the
did not
tape.
go
Tennessee
against you
over
on that.
Alabama. All right.
We did not.
McNeese, they put up a good fight at UIW.
They played better than I thought they would after that previous game. I thought they had spit the bit. I was wrong.
But down goes the Cowboys, right?
Yeah, it's still a
Second
loss
half.
is a
All right.
loss.
Amidst all of this craziness, McNeese basketball coach Will Wade will join us here at Caesars Sports.
Bright spot.
Talk about the upcoming season in basketball. It's right around the corner. All right, you know the crew. Saro here, that is Mr. Guidry.
Mr. Always
I
Right.
am not sure
Mr.
what that
Always
is. Is
Right.
that from Journey, the rock band
No,
Journey?
no, it's
Wings of Fire.
No,
I don't know what that outfit
It's from
is.
the group Eagles.
The Eagles? I
Yeah.
love the Eagles.
I got it from the group Eagles,
Okay,
man.
now
Yeah.
Scooter
I went to
Hobbs
one of
in
the
the middle.
concerts, man.
I don't know what he's wearing, but all right, let's go where the hogs lie and the tigers eat.
Look.
Let me tell you, LSU not having any kind of lapse or huge distraction after the emotional win against Ole Miss was big. Even though Brian Kelly said there was some distractions
they were
early.
walking into a pit. Arkansas
pit.
can get
Yeah.
loud. I've been there.
Yeah.
It can.
I don't travel anymore, but I have been there, and that LSU game means more to Arkansas
It does.
than it does to
It does.
LSU. And they
Besides
had
the
an
trophy.
open date.
Besides
they
the
were
trophy.
to get over. They beat Tennessee.
Yeah.
In their last game.
And whatever it means, homecoming,
Yeah.
right? I know, but whatever that means.
Well, let's talk about that.
You know, it's
It's homecoming for A&M.
A&M too, second straight, LSU homecoming.
And Kelly wanted to make a big deal over that. Oh, maybe they won't make us homecoming. That changed.
I'm not a big homecoming guy.
Me either, and I don't think homecoming's that big a deal at LSU.
It's a common
Wasn't the Ole
denominator.
Miss game homecoming?
Yeah, now normally you schedule your easy games because you want to celebrate.
That was
Yeah.
20 years ago.
I mean, nowadays it doesn't matter.
Well, you got to get
You
them.
bring them when you want,
gotta
okay?
get 'em.
I tell you where homecoming is big, and they scheduled LSU a couple times. Florida. It's a huge deal.
Game-
Yeah,
Gainesville,
party school.
eh.
All right, let's get back to the X's and O's. Kevin, the execution overall, in particular, the LSU defense, the D-line, the linebackers,
Look.
Whit Weeks, again, on another, and
That
the
guy's-
secondary is coming around.
It is. It
They've
is.
gone to another level, this
Look.
LSU defensive.
The thing that
Well,
I think-
You want to jump in, or he's not going to let you in?
The thing
You
that
gotta
I
hot
think-
pick him.
I saw a lot of open receivers. Now, they overcame it. They
Made
did
plays
it
when
with
they had to.
pressure.
What you got?
Well, look, the thing is this, guys. For everybody to play as well as everybody should play each Saturday, each position has got to do its job.
Yeah.
D-line, linebackers, DBs. When everybody's doing their job, everybody looks good. When there is a breakdown, for instance, if the defensive line is not putting pressure on the quarterback,
Let me write all this down.
you can look for problems. And I'm telling you guys, the only problem
Everybody
with
does
Weeks,
their job.
I love Weeks, man, but there are coaches, man, that's looking and knowing how to put him in a position to where he's not a good cover linebacker. I'm being honest. He'll tackle you from end to end,
He
but when
knocked
you got
down
to
a
cover,
ball in the end zone against Ole Miss, 30
I'm
yards.
talking about cover. That wouldn't have to do with covering somebody. He batted the ball and he caught it. That ain't covering nobody. I'm
No,
talking about
I'm
when
talking
you got
about
to
the
cover.
Ole
Ole
Miss
Miss
game. 40-yard pass he knocked down in the end zone.
All I'm saying
We're getting
is
in the weeds. We're getting in the weeds.
underneath coverage. But good teams are going to find this, Rick, and going to expose it.
Okay, Mr. Negativity. Look, this defense shut down and made Arkansas one-dimensional with what, 38 yards rushing? This was a rushing team. Give your guy.
Okay.
I'm trying to
I'm
give you
giving them credit. But you know what?
Credit.
I'm not getting caught up in all the Kool-Aid like some people say. Yeah, I'm
Woo!
not. LSU has got some hellified games to play next. And you know who's pissed off right now? It's Alabama.
Oh, you and Alabama.
Alabama
You
right
and
now is
Alabama.
pissed off. They're worried about not even making the playoffs because of the two losses.
Is
LSU better worry about Texas
LSU,
A&M.
LSU
Yeah,
got,
you're right.
Get that, Scooter. But You know, LSU right now, we've got to keep improving. We can't just say, "Ooh, we're playing good. We had a good week." Man, you got to keep working.
Okay. All right. Boy, you got my head.
Don't get caught up in that old stuff, man.
All right. What is
get
concerning?
tired of it.
I'm getting off
Something else,
Mr. Captain Negativity over there. The 8, 9, I don't know, maybe 100 procedure penalties. They got to get clear. That's mind-boggling. That's mind-boggling.
That has been simmering kind of all year.
All year.
Not to that extent.
Oh, my
You know
God.
The crazy thing? They had 11 penalties, 8 of them were false starts. The defense did not have a single penalty.
Look,
It's just mind-boggling.
the offense has got to be complimentary. And that down where it was what, 4th and 1, and you got to jump. Come on, that's just not.
I think
Come
Kelly
on
and
now.
they'll get that cleaned up. I think
But
he's
you're talking
right.
about
It's
a
not just
senior-
the offensive line.
That's a
Well,
senior
listen,
guy.
Receiver, it's a
That's
running back,
senior
it's
guy,
tight
that's a
end.
first rounder.
Yeah,
You don't let that slide, Rick.
Yeah, I got it. All right, look, the LSU running game finally found something. 158 yards, guys.
Not bad.
For them, that's good.
Oh my God.
Not bad.
Woo!
I am not, guys. I'm telling you, I don't want to see my Tigers get caught off guard by thinking that they're good.
Oh, so you're going to be super
By thinking
negative.
that they're good.
All right.
You know, when Kevin was at LSU,
Yeah, don't go there.
They won
Please.
4 national
yeah.
championships.
All right.
We lost 6 games in 4 years. Is that pretty damn
All
good?
right, let me,
Is that pretty damn
let me-
good?
Let me shift to you.
All right.
Garrett Nussmeier, not super accurate at Fayetteville, but let me tell you, that's an
Accurate
elite
enough.
arm. That boy has an elite
What do you
arm.
consider an
They
elite
need-
arm?
they-
What
That's
do you
an
consider an
elite arm. The throws he's making is NFL quality. I'm telling you, it's NFL quality.
I
Yeah,
can't
I mean,
wait
come
what
on.
he's got to say here. I don't even want for
Do you
once,
think
I don't want
Do
to
you
talk.
think he's got an elite arm? Do you think that? I'm asking you.
It is elite
Do you
arm.
think that, Scott?
I know that NFL scouts do.
Oh, yeah,
I
What
think
I
you know,
know.
you're
Scouts
falling
see-
into the trap because he's not doing the rainbows to Jalen Daniels.
They
No,
do.
Oh, my
no.
God.
They
Y'all,
do.
let me tell you something, guys. You got to
You
understand.
got 5 seconds.
You got to understand, guys. LSU schedule is just really starting to get hard right now because the teams that we're playing,
I'm buying that.
they are pissed right now.
A&M's coming up, and that's a big one at Kyle Field. You're right about that. The Aggies could very well be the toughest game so far.
I
on
said
this
something right.
The Max Bar and Grill is like coming home to a great meal without all the prep and the work. All your favorite steaks, burgers, seafood, po' boys, pasta salads, weekly specials too. Just in time to wind down with friends and family, enjoy the Max Bar. Super fast service, and I keep telling you, they're not going to break your budget. Open 7 days a week. It's the Max in Westlake.
It is good. The Miller Lights win the big game.
You're right, Luke. Miller Lite is less filling and tastes great.
Wait, is this a dream?
No, Luke. This is a Miller Lite commercial.
What are you doing with the Johnson sofa?
They had a pipe break. Water leaked all over.
Really?
I'm a roto-rooter plumber.
Really?
We do water cleanup too.
Really?
Yeah.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
Welcome back to Caesars Sportsbook, Horseshoe Lake Charles. 100 times odds on craps.
Right here.
The only casino in Southwest Louisiana that will offer you 100 times craps. Humongous, spacious gaming floor, all the slot action you want, all the table games you want, poker rooms, private bars, VIP amenities, and a luxury hotel to boot.
It's very nice.
And home of SoundOff. What more do you want?
Very nice.
That would be Horseshoe Lake Charles. All right, coming up next, we got McNeese basketball coach Will Wade
Yes.
will join us. First conversation with Wade in the fourth chair, talking about
Looking
his
forward to having
second
him, Rick.
season. It's the sequel of Willie the Kid and the Bayou Bandits. And
Willie.
please,
Look,
let's stop that. Let's get rid of the whole
okay.
Willie,
A high five.
the Kid, and the band. It
I
was
just-
fun while it lasted 1 year.
He's not
the
going to like
sequel.
your shirt.
That's
the
okay.
sequel. All right, we'll get into that with Will Wade
We can't wait to
in
have
the
Coach
next
Wade
segment. Coming up in just a bit, the Saints spiral. Oh my God, where's my Saints
Say it again,
helmet?
Rick. What'd you say now?
It's
I
the
didn't hear you.
spiral.
Oh, okay.
And the mega matchups in the SEC. Let's go. All right, let's go quickly. First up, the McNeese Cowboys. Look, they put on a very strong effort in the first half against a very good team. It is the best team, it meaning incarnate word, in the Southland. And probably, I would say, top 12 in all of FCS. Great first half effort.
They're good, Rick.
But I'm
They're
just
good.
sitting there
They're good.
thinking, okay, Calzada in this offense is about to go off.
They're
and
good,
they
Rick.
went off.
They're
But
good.
they got help.
Look,
They got 59-yard
did what
kickoff
they
return by a former Cowboy, Mason Pierce. Remember him?
Yeah.
And that got the snowball rolling
Yeah.
in the second half.
I give McNeese
did you
credit,
not?
though.
Did you not expect that though?
I mean, I had given up on them
Yeah,
after that
Houston
previous
Christian,
game.
Yeah, Houston Christian.
I mean, that was inexcusable.
It was.
Looked like they played hard. They
They did.
played their butts off.
Yeah.
And gosh, does Micah Davey make a difference?
When you have
Good grief.
when you have your starters and your big time talent, your
agree,
star
Rick.
talent, Davey, Severa, Bugsy Severa, and Tristan Driggers, what happens? You play better.
Yeah. And Rick, that's
play
what
better.
I said earlier when we talked about LSU. But let me just say this, Rick. When you look at this McNeese team as a whole, offense,
Yeah.
defense, special teams, is there any one position when I say that offense, defense, special teams, one just doesn't complement the other? And I'm not saying that when you look at good teams, Rick, one position is going to do good and hopefully pull the other two with them.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anything on special teams that.
Come on, they got one of the best punters in the country. All right, in Flynn. Lappin. Okay, I know it's
You
a
don't
punter.
agree?
I know it's a punter, but he flips the field
He
sometimes.
has no idea what he's talking
but they have not played complimentary football.
Can a punter score a touchdown? Can a punter score a touchdown?
Oh my
I'm just asking you
gosh.
that. Can a punter score a touchdown?
No, he cannot.
Keep an opponent.
Anyway, field position has nothing to do with it. If you've got an offense, Rick, that's going to score points and move the ball, hell, field position don't mean nothing.
Hey,
Well, those don't grow on trees.
My
can
point
they?
is, Rick, we're trying to figure out what's going
He
on
is
with the
off his
Cowboys
rocker
as to what the
this week.
problem is and everything. Rick, you've got to get some playmakers that's going to make a difference.
okay, let me address that.
I need to write
You
this
need to write it
down.
down. Let me address that quickly
McNeese
before we move on.
Needs
Oh, look.
to find a punter that can score touchdowns.
Look.
Punter doesn't.
That'll be
A
job
punter
one.
gives you field position. If you got a hell of an offense, that means nothing, Scooter. It means
We
nothing.
know
He's
that reserve quarterback, Cam Six Killer, doesn't have the dynamic ability to make
Why
plays
does he come
like
up?
a Clifton
Why does he come
McDowell.
up? Why does Six
So
Killer come up?
he's doing
What makes
all
him
he
come
can
up?
do with what he has right now. And for the
Look.
second year in a row, maybe the third or fourth year, I don't think these McNeese receivers are helping these quarterbacks. I don't think they get open. I don't think they break routes very well. I don't think they come back to the ball. And surely at times they don't catch the ball well
Can
enough.
I ask you a
That's
question,
just
Rick?
me.
Can I ask you a question? What you
Yeah.
say may be true. What's the reason for that?
Coaching, player development.
What?
And
What?
player
What'd
development.
you
Maybe
say?
these guys are
What'd
just
you
not
say?
as good as they need to be
What?
right now. That's all I'm saying. Let's move on. Let's go to the Saints. Look, no shocker that they lost this Thursday night game to the Denver Broncos. Drew Brees couldn't even help them. Guys, it's spiraling down the toilet, and I don't see an end anywhere in sight.
You know, and
I don't see it.
It's actually hard to be too tough on them. Has any NFL team ever been this injury riddled?
I don't know.
They got a
year?
voodoo witch
don't
in
know.
the French
You-
Quarter
you
that put a
know-
curse on this team.
You know what
Curse
this is
them.
like watching them play? It's
It's
like
painful. It's
watching
painful.
one of those bowl games
It's painful.
Yep.
where one team has 16, 17 opt-outs
Yeah.
and the other team doesn't.
Look.
I mean, it's almost like
Before this game, Rashid Shaheed is lost for the year with a meniscus tear. And during the game, Paulson Adebo breaks a leg. He's gone for the year. It's just like one
Look.
after another, and they don't have any talent, extra talent, to fill that void.
My thing is
I
now,
mean, you talk
now-
about a drop-off.
Now, see, Scooter.
It's off the cliff.
Scooter goes back on his word, and I'm going to check him on it now. If you all watched the show
fact
and
check,
have said this
fact check.
before, what is the one thing Scooter say? Well, hell, everybody got to play with injuries. It's part of the game.
Now you do
Now,
say
what
that.
is he
I
saying
do.
now?
You say that.
Now,
I'm
what is he saying
absolutely
now?
right. And I'm talking about 3 or 4 even key injuries. The Saints, it's just wiped out their roster.
They're done.
They're
done.
Look, and Derek Carr may not come back for a couple of more weeks.
No,
the receiver room is the worst in the NFL. You got a rookie who's just a quarterback, his head spinning. And guys, more on Thursday. I've got a rant about these older defensive players. I got a rant on Thursday about that. I do. I really, really do. All right, we got to take a pause.
Yes, we do.
When we come back, Cowboy basketball coach Will Wade.
I can't wait to talk to
join us.
Coach Will Wade.
Oh my gosh, stay here for that.
Hey, mister, are you a Roto-Rooter plumber?
Guilty.
Did you fix what flooded my house?
Sure did.
Toilet overflow?
Nope.
Pipe break?
Getting warmer.
Busted water heater?
Nailed it.
How long can you hold your breath? Is that your real hair? What's the birds and the bees? Do you know where my grandma is?
You know, I don't know.
What's next?
Wrapping up the water cleanup.
You do that too?
We do both.
Fair enough.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup. Yeah, we do both.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all: plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
I love being an adult because bringing a fruit platter to a party takes on a whole new meaning. Don't tell anyone it's store-bought. Simply Spiked. It's getting juicy.
What's bugging you?
Is it ants? They're crazy, tiny, irritating pests outside trying to get in. At J&J, we offer weapons to locate, eliminate, and prevent their entering your home or business. Let us take care of what's bugging you. Contact us today for a free inspection.
It is good. The Miller Lights win the big game.
You're right, Luke. Miller Lite is less filling and tastes great.
Wait, is this a dream?
No, Luke. This is a Miller Lite commercial.
Welcome back to the end of the show, coming to you from Caesar Sportsbook. I'm sure you're glad that you didn't click because we got a special guest first time for the new season coming up for basketball. That would be Cowboys head basketball coach Will Wade. Thanks for coming in to Caesar Sportsbook. The new digs, we like it here.
I like it.
A lot of color, a lot of action going on here.
It's open.
All right, let's kick it off. This roster, 8, 9 new players coming in, transfers, new guys coming in to mesh with, we'll call it 6 returning players. How's the meshing going?
Well, we're still a work in progress. Mainly we're work in progress. We've got 7 returners. We've got 6 newcomers because we've been banged up. We've been injured. We've been hurt. And we haven't. Today, this week's the first week where we've had everybody kind of available, although we have some guys limited. So we haven't been able to have everybody available and ready to go. So that's been the bigger issue than the newcomers and the returners.
Right.
It's just having everybody where they can practice and having everybody where they can be ready to go at one time. And
Nothing serious on the injury front.
No, nothing crazy. They're, like I said, they're all back limited. The 2 guys were back limited today, could do non-contact stuff. They'll be able to progress to contact stuff as the week moves on.
And that would be Parker and Breed?
Parker and Breed.
Okay.
So two of our better guards. And so, that's been the bigger issue, is that we just haven't had any continuity with our lineups, continuity with our rotations, because we've been moving guys in and out. So I think once we get that continuity, we'll be able to get in a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of chemistry, and be able to flow from there. But we just haven't been able to do that yet.
And he's using your word, chemistry. Chemistry.
Like that. If you had to guess, and I know you're early in the process, what will this team's identity and style be?
Well, hopefully we're going to play a lot faster than we did last year. I want to be fast and fit.
I was wondering.
Yeah, we were efficient last year, but we didn't play all that fast because we only really played 7 guys. This year we're going to play 9 guys. I want to be fast and physical. We need to play faster. We need to be physical. I want to be a team, that's disruptive on offense, disruptive on defense. We want our defense to lead to offense, and then offensively we got to put a ton of pressure on the rim, be able to make open layups, be able to kick it out for open threes. But really, I think the biggest thing is our pace. We need to improve our pace. We need to get our pace better. And we've seen signs of that. We haven't been as consistent as we need to be with that, but hopefully we'll get there here with a couple weeks to go.
Yeah, Coach.
Time's running out.
How does it feel? How does it feel being here at McNeese and looking at the conference and knowing that everybody else is playing for second place?
Well, I don't know about that.
No, I'm just look.
Well, he over-exaggerated, but it's true. heavily favored.
21 out of the 24 votes for preseason poll goes to you. Let me say this: your first media session?
Don't take my shine now, Rick.
No,
Come on now.
I'm throwing shade on
there.
you, but what was it? The media, which is kind of us, even with that goofy shirt you got on. The media. What did you say?
I'm glad you said that, Rick. I was going to say something about it.
Come on, I like to keep my fashion up, Coach. I got the
It's
eagles
very
on the back,
fashionable.
the wings and stuff.
Yeah.
Come
What
on now.
did you say? You said the media deals in false realities and narratives, and you live in the real reality.
Right, and we got to make what happens on paper happen on the court. Just because everything looks good on paper doesn't mean that's going to translate to the court or play as well as we'd like it to on the court. And so it's our job to take what happens, take all that and make sure that we're on point and doing what we need to do on the court.
Coach, when we look at you putting this team together and we kind of keep thinking, when you find coaches come into a situation, you say, how is he going to make this work? You got all new guys, and how are you going to make them come together? What's the lightning in the bottle, Coach, that you've got to where when we look at these guys on the court, it's like they've been playing together for years, man.
Wow.
Give me a little bit of what it is that you look for in players to know that they can play together, Coach, as a team.
We'll see. I mean, I think that, look, you got to play to a certain standard. I'm not as big into everybody's got to like each other. You played. I mean, look, your job.
No,
was,
you don't. You're
your
right
job
about
was
that.
to pick the ball off. And
You're
you wanted to make sure that the safety was where he needed to be when the cornerback was where he needed to be. Whether the safety and cornerback hung out after practice, nobody cared.
Didn't matter.
You just gotta play to the standard and do your job, execute your responsibility fully when you're on the court. So I think sometimes that stuff's overrated in terms of, we got to been together for a while. No.
Yeah.
This guy's got to do his job so he can do his job so he can do his job.
Gotcha.
If you do that, everybody comes together on the court. Everybody, and it looks like what you're describing.
It does,
And
Coach.
so,
I mean, I have to give it.
You just got to hold them to a certain standard, make sure that standard is done correctly and completely every day. And if that's the case, then you usually have a pretty good product on the floor.
You just described SoundOff. We've been doing this 30 years. We don't really like each other. I just want these guys to do their job. That's all. Show up and do their damn job. Will Wade, McNeese basketball coach, has joined us. Look, the
That's a good transition.
I like that.
30 years, that's a long time, man.
Only a few people could pull this off.
Yeah, only a few.
You're not one of them.
I am the one.
All right.
I am the one.
The additions, look, again, I'm guilty. Look at it on paper. You got Copeland coming in from Syracuse, Breed coming in from Providence. Sincere Parker coming in from St. Louis. You got Joe Charles, Sunbelt, all conference honors from UL Lafayette. Do the research. I mean, it's impressive on paper in regards to the talent, the infusion of talent. You're bringing in Porsches, but you don't have Pintos on your roster, right?
Yeah.
You still got great players coming back.
Yeah, but you still got to multiply their talent. So talent can either multiply or divide.
Okay.
If the talent's played the wrong way and it doesn't work together the right way, it divides, and we're not going to be as good as we can be. But if you can get the right guys to multiply talent and make sure that we're doing what we need to do to play off of each other and play to everybody's strengths, and then you combine those strengths, then you are going to have a pretty good team. So it's our job to make sure that we're multiplying that talent and not dividing that talent.
Not to compare, but last year 30-4, they multiplied pretty good last year. I'm not comparing.
Yeah, I mean, we multiplied well, and then look, we got into a good rotation. We were very fortunate.
Yeah.
We didn't have any injuries.
Key.
We were able to knock on wood.
Yeah.
We were able to kind of navigate through the season with not a lot of disruption. And so this team, last year's team, we couldn't have taken on much water on the boat. We'd have sunk.
Yeah.
We just didn't have the depth.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
This year's team, we got some more depth. We can take on a little bit of water. Not that I want to take on any water, but we've got a little bit more of a margin for error than we had last year.
Off the X and O's a minute. People trying to get to know this team. It's the closest thing to a character you got on this team.
We got a few of them. I mean, Quadair, the kid from Syracuse, he's from Philly. I mean, he's got a personality on him. DJ Richards, who was here last year, I mean, he's got a ton of personality. Sometimes you got to tell him, my DJ, just calm it down. I say it all the time. I'd rather tell you whoa than go.
Yeah.
I'd rather have to calm you down
than
get you going. It's hard to get somebody going. It's a lot easier to tone them down a little bit and pull them back a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I think that we've got some characters. We've got some good guys, and So far they've been good on the court.
So they're fun to be around?
Most days. Some days.
Go to practice.
Some days better than others. But no, I'm joking. They're a really good group, really good people. They come from good families. And so they're a good group and a fun group.
Coach, when we look at it, and not to compare anything from last year, but one of the key things that you said when Rick asked that question was that we didn't have a lot of injuries. What do you think sometimes that contributes to? Is it a good off season? Is it a good weight program? Is it conditioning?
If you figure it out, call the Saints.
Yeah. Sheer luck.
I mean,
that's just me.
Some of it's all of the above. I mean, look, some of it is luck, on how in practice, but it's also your summer program, your strength and conditioning, your weights, your nutrition, your sleep. There's your athletic trainer and recovery. It is luck. There's certain things you can do to increase your chances of being lucky,
right?
Or to increase your chances of being in the right place. And so I think all those things combine to give yourself a healthy team, and hopefully we'll be able to stay that way.
All right, we're going to leave it there for the Tuesday version. Will Wade is going to join us later in the week on our Thursday version, talk about the schedule, the league, and what they're looking at, what he's looking for from the Southland Conference. We appreciate you coming in. Caesar Sportsbook. We'll have more with Coach Wade later on in the week on SoundOff. We'll be right back. Stay right there.
He takes the handoff. It's a refurb.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment.
Dave's back on.
Coors Light. Choose chill.
J&J Exterminating is here for you with our water damage sanitation treatments and wood protective borate treatments. There is no charge for home evaluations. Contact your local J&J Exterminating professional.
Now's the perfect time to enjoy your amazing backyard. Unless you have a mosquito problem, contact the experts at J&J Exterminating and take advantage of $50 off initial service. Make this summer the best ever with J&J Exterminating.
J&J Exterminating. Yeah.
What are you doing with the Johnson sofa?
They had a pipe break. Water leaked all over.
Really?
I'm a Roto-Rooter plumber.
Really?
We do water cleanup, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Call Roto-Rooter for plumbing and water cleanup.
Locally owned Roto-Rooter of Southwest Louisiana does it all. Plumbing, drain cleaning, and water cleanup.
I love being an adult because bringing a fruit platter to a party takes on a whole new meaning. Don't tell anyone it's store-bought. Simply Spiked. It's getting juicy.
Many thanks for McNeese basketball coach Will Wade for joining us. Check out Thursday's show. More conversation on that. Kirby Smart said they didn't go to Austin to take pictures with celebrities. The dogs wanted to eat, and they ate well.
Did. You got to have them dogs, Rick, on your team. They got them dogs, man. We've been talking
about it all. Texas and Oklahoma, get ready. There's no off week. There's no off week.
There is none.
And Georgia put it to Texas. They dropped down, and then Tennessee takes Alabama.
I didn't think Alabama had 2 losses
What
in 3
was
weeks.
the play? What was the play with 2 guys doing fake jump shots? What's going on?
I missed that.
Oh,
really?
It was a 4th down thing, and it was Alabama guys. Man,
Rick,
they're going to win games, but
when have you seen?
They are not taking it well.
No, they
in
shouldn't.
The Capstone State.
They
when
shouldn't.
have you seen 2 losses in 3 weeks from Alabama?
Multiple losses before the end of October. First time since 2007.
That is crazy, Rick.
It's crazy. It's
that is
crazy.
crazy.
Guidry, Hobbs,
Unbelievable,
and
man.
Right here at Caesar Sportsbook.
Always.
This is SoundOff. We'll see you next time.